I apologize for any delays lately with me not being able to post many videos aside from the very first ones that I've created. It's just that lately I am in the process of basically looking for a new job, moving on from my job hopefully sometime, and also trying to get into like college life again. But besides all that, this video is a summary and review on Venom. Now, my intake on Venom so far is, if I had to be honest, basically from other reviews, I've had my mixed bag of reviews. Me personally, I think that it was pretty good, and it was very it was a very good job for its own in its own right and very respectable. I could see some things need some fine tuning and improvement in the movie, but besides that, it was a pretty good movie. Now, deeper into this video is about basically different series, different anime shows and series that I can recommend besides the Venom movie. One of them is this one anime called Kill la Kill. Long story short, Kill la Kill is about a anime series that welcomes this main character named Ryuko. Ryuko is basically a girl who moves into this random neighborhood and is a pretty tough chick physically, but sadly, when she goes up to this one school, my bad for forgetting the school's name. It's just it's been so long since I've watched the anime Kill la Kill. It's just that she has to fight these individuals slash these students, basically these students who attend this school, and all of these students are leveled different ways. They are leveled 3 star to 2 star to 1 star. All stars are different when it comes to strength. 1 stars are basically your father, or you're basically weak. You're basically just everyday average students. Now, a 2 star is basically people who are normally like captains of their own, like extracurricular activities such as boxing, tennis, etc. They're different people who are different captains of their own clubs in their own rights. Then you have the Elite Four slash Elite Five. Why I call them the Elite Five is because um, their leader Satsuki, she's basically the leader of the Elite Four, but there, of course, are four more people around her as well. Now, all four of them have 3 stars. 3 stars are the most strongest um, students slash captains of the whole school itself. Now, going deeper in depth into the show and its purpose, long story short, there is this thing. Let's see, this substance called light fibers. Light fibers are basically just a substance or a fabric that is intertwined with everyone's clothing. Yes, admittedly, not all clothing um, are basically shown to have life fibers, but in a sense, all clothing throughout the world, essentially, or in this part of the world, in the show Kill la Kill, they're made of life fibers. And life fibers are the same equivalents as what a symbiote is from Marvel's universe, which is Venom, Carnage, etc. That they are similar to symbiotes. Now, good examples of, well, three. really impressively good examples of like life fibers being symbiotic in a sense, besides basically power levels in a 3 star to 1 star uniform ratio. It would be just the fact of, well, one, Ryuko, who there's a lot of things in Ryuko in general, within herself, basically there's a lot of stuff about her. There's a lot of twists and turns about her, but I'm not going to spoil nothing. I'm just going to let y'all watch that. But Ryuko is a very good example and character to also her purpose. Her purpose in the show is to basically find out what the school is and what it represents, at least the first half of it. And how she does this is she, of course, has to fight off all antagonists, all targeted antagonists who gets in her way to talk to and meet up and find out who this Sadasuki girl is, who is basically the like main girl who runs the school or is in charge of everything essentially of the whole academy of her own academy essentially. Now, basically, in order for Ryuko to fight, she has her father's creation, which is 1 second. Her father's creation is Satsuki. My bad, I had to use the bathroom. But besides that, Satsuki is basically Ryuko's father's creation. Now, basically, Satsuki's like function, the way it works is that Ryuko has to allow Satsuki to basically take some of her blood in order to make her transform Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon style or Super Saiyan style in a sense. And in the transformation, she gains strength, speed, and power. And besides her father creating Satsuki, there are also the scissor blades. Long story short, the scissor blades allows her to cut any type of life fiber in half. Life fibers, if I had to explain them real quickly, is that when it comes to their abilities itself, life fibers are very durable. They cannot be cut easily. They have to be cut with a very sharp, unique tool, aka the scissor blades, which is Ryuko's father created. Now, besides that, Satsuki's like functions as a suit, it's very much like Venom or similar. Basically, gives her power, strength, and speed, and plus pretty good durability. Aside from that, it can also, as the show goes on, you kind of learn that it can also mimic other abilities or can basically do similar as other people. Same thing as Venom from Marvel. Now, more into it, um, in the like short matter of speaking. Another thing about Satsuki is he can also talk. He can also talk and he can basically converse with a whole lot of people. Mainly Ryuko and Satsuki mainly have like a relationship with one another only because of the fact of, well, that's basically Ryuko's suit slash uniform, and they are the main ones who talk with each other. Yes, there's other people in the show who have like talked with Satsuki, but the closest relationship is Raiko and Satsuki's relationship. Aside from that, there's also um, let's see, the other suit, which is Junketsu. Junketsu is basically the main girl's like basically the main girl who's in charge of this academy school suit. Jungetsu is basically the same thing as Satsuki. The only difference is it's just that Jungetsu is more alienated, pun intended, and also is more brute force and whatnot, and has not shown to talk that much. Lastly, the last life fiber like being that's symbiotic would be New. Now I wouldn't go too deep into New. You have to learn about her by herself because I feel that she's a very unique character, a monstrous character, but a very unique character to learn. Now, the other anime that I recommend most people to watch would be Parasite. Parasite is basically a show whereas like all these insect like parasites or alienated parasites come to Earth and tries to basically bond with humans or take over them. Basically, how they do it is they go inside the human's body and then find their way up to the brain so they can basically take over, fully take over the human body as the host or whatever. Now they feed on the human body slash host and uses the body any way they want in order to eat other people or gain nutrients in different ways. Now there's most parasites are very predatorial and very aggressive, while there are some parasites where they're borderline predatorial and aggressive. And another thing, if I had this other stuff or other factors that I will have to talk about with the parasite would be just the fact of they, let me remember, they are basically they can heal very good for their hosts. They heal wounds, and also they can shapeshift the human's body in various ways in order for them to survive or in order for them to survive or basically be offensive and attack if needed or if they want to. Again, every parasite is different. The main character, I forgot who his name is, my bad. It's again, Parasite has been a long time. That it's been a long time since I watched Parasite. But yeah, the main character, his Parasite is very uniquely different because um Migi, which is the main character parasite, he ends up getting inside of his arm and taking over the arm. So he only is limited to the main character guy's arm and can't do nothing much but form eyes through his fingers and or mouth on the palm of his hand. Which again, that's most of his abilities. Another thing that he can do is basically shapeshift, not, just shapeshift different ways of his body. But other than that, yeah, that's what Parasite is. Parasite is very similar to Venom as well. I recommend both of these shows to most people who didn't like Venom, or, if you did like Venom, there's these two animes that you might like and enjoy. Thank you for watching this video, and please leave a like, subscribe if you can, please. I'm really trying, and this is my start. And also have a good day.